Alrighty. Oh, I need to get this. I need to save this. Desktop. Let's see. Crazy that I'm already updating for winter. It's like I just did the fall one. Gosh, that one's good. We tried the LaCroix Limoncello. It's really good. It tastes like a lemon dreamsicle. All right, so let's go. Thinking something, kind of thinking something wintry. Well, of course, wintry, but enchanting winter, maybe? Let's see what I've done in the past. What was last year's winter? I think it was a good one. It wasn't the light post, but that was that one. This one, that was fantastic. That was probably, this year was really a good year for those. That was great. I kind of pushed it on the camera angles, and then the spring was good. Just trying to, you know, how do I top these? Because the fall was great. And I love the ice cream shop. And I remember that one. That one was good. That one was good. That was all right. That was good. That was fun. Spring, there's another one. That was a fun one. So I need to spring and the strawberries. That was fall. So let's figure out something for winter that's in. I just smacked my foot heater. I want to do something. Should actually probably open up the old. Let's open up the old fall info panel. Let's see if I can find that. So I can get my my layers. $36.25. Lock this and bring this in. Let's just grab everything here. I'll hide that for now. Let's do a sketch. Sketchy sketch. Coconut vacated. She decided she wanted a sunbeam, so I put Adventure Floof in her place. I do like. I was thinking originally let me see if I can get that. There was a daily I did a long time ago that was Momo in some, gosh, that was a long time ago. I'm going to have to say 2017. And some winter flowers. Or it was really enchanted. But it was before, yep, there it is, Snowflower Patch. I was thinking $7.79. Wow. Thinking something along the lines of this, that I could maybe do a draw it again with this idea in mind. And if I remember correctly, this is before the floofs came along. I believe the floofs were around. Oh, here's one of them. Samu New Friends. No, there's flukes there. That was a fluke. There's a fluke. So maybe they were as early 2017. That's a very early fluke there. Owl's Meadow Revisited. How many times did I revisit that one? I think it's probably time for me to redraw that too. Where I was doing that was maybe part of Huevember, perhaps, because these are some wild colors I'm working with. Oh. Was that a... Oh god, I don't even remember that one. Where did that come from? Where is it? Oh, there's Forest Preachers, Last Unicorn Study. Queen's Nest. That was Anne McCaffrey. That was... Yeah. I remember that one. Oh, Treebeard. That took forever to do that one. Alright, let's go back over... Just need to start sketching some things out, I think. maybe. So I'm gonna try and draw some of the color inspiration from here, but maybe try and push the, let's try to push the contrast a bit, maybe. Maybe I need to I almost think I need to bring her jaw in a little bit. Sharon, hello! Happy Tuesday to you too. Yes, Adventure Floof got the warm spot because Coconut vacated very close to when I went live. So I was like, all right, well, may as well just give Adventure Floof some time in the limelight and on the warm spot on my desk. Of course, he has a pretty good warm spot by the window, but, you know. So, it was really nice. It was pretty relaxing. I just made, let's see, I made shrimp dip the night before, which turned out really good, solid vintage. I think the key on that is getting, I did a lot of lemon because the lemon tree is ready, so I used the fresh lemons from my tree, and balancing that out with Worcestershire sauce and the green onions. It just kind of is a little bit of a balance. You want to put a little bit, but not too much, because it can overpower stuff really easily. But I got it pretty spot on the nose, and I was really happy with how that turned out. I did green bean casserole, which turned out good as well, and then just kind of I vegetated a little bit. Didn't do much special stuff. How about yours? How was yours? I hope it was good. I did my morning workout, which was 15 rounds. Usually it's 10. It's actually not too bad. I was quite happy. I went And then I did the next day too, which that wasn't bad either. Actually, I think that one was a little bit, they had us doing tuck jumps, so that one was a little bit more difficult than the Turkey Day one. Not sure if I want to put Momo's arms up. I did that in the sketch. We'll see. But yeah, no, I'm trying to think. We didn't, let's see. It was just switching a couple of extra times. And then I ended up doing one more round of strength than usual, which is fine by me. I was happy with that. I do want her to have her hood because she had a hood in the original. And this is going to be, one of those interesting camera angles. She has her hood up in that one, but I'm not really sure I want her to have her hood up in this one. And maybe her arm is going to be like, oops. Now her little paw looks kind of weird. I kind of want to have it back. I think it needs to be behind her body too. Or maybe even tucked under this, the arm of her cape a little bit more. So like maybe there's almost nothing of her arm showing. Because this is going to be involving some foreshortening because of the angle. I think I ended up watching the end of Physical Asia, which was fun. I'd watched the other 2 seasons of the regular version. It's not like American Gladiators, but it's kind of the same thing, like Ninja Warrior, and the closest thing I had seen that brought back American Gladiators was this. It was like in 2020 or 2021. It was 2020. It was the Ultimate Tag, and JJ Watt and his brothers were hosting it, and it was very close to that. That was always a fun show. And too bad they only did 1 season of it, because they had some characters in those kind of ultra... What would you call them? I guess they're gladiators. They were definitely built like gladiators, but they even had the funny names. Yeah, these I always feel like I'm pushing myself when I move the camera angle, because you know the regular straight on shot is easy. It's just the standard. It reminds me of a quote, and I want to say it was Alfred Hitchcock talking about it when he had just seen something that Steven Spielberg had done, and he remarked, I believe that those were the two people. I know it was Spielberg, and I'm pretty sure it was Alfred Hitchcock, but he was remarking that the way Spielberg composed his frame, he was kind of the first filmmaker that did not think of it in terms of a stage. And you know, he had that more of the movement of the camera, and that, you know, everything previous to that had kind of been shot from the point of view of someone watching a stage play. So you still have that kind of anchored angle that's straight on, very rarely going out of it. And I want to say it was in the 60s or 70s I would probably say that. But because I want to I want to say it was, and for some reason I'm connecting that with this, like one of the earlier projects he did. I think I want to say it was in high school. He did his video project, and that got some notoriety or something. But anyway. I always feel that I'm kind of pushing myself a little bit when I do these, which is always good. Footer out there, maybe? Maybe his toe is under a little bit. Thought I got out of, I did get out of Kleenex. There we go. Gonna be snow on the ground. We have these other areas of snow, and then I want to do these winter snowflowers. And I think I'll have her red cape in there. I think that would be a nice offset to the color. I think I need to draw this in. Just this tiny little swoop here. And of course her tail needs to be under the cape. There we go. Let's see. So her kind of ruffle here, I don't think that's the right direction. I kind of think that maybe something like that. I wonder if maybe her hood needs to be, but if the angle is top down, her head is going to be blocking most of that hood showing. I mean, maybe it would come out around here. Maybe I'll just bring that in a tiny, tiny bit. I'm not really sure what I hit there. It's difficult to do things when pieces of her body are tucked under her body. It's almost easier to work with the floofs here. All right, let's go ahead and group, whoops. Show edges. All right, there we go. Right, group that. And so I've got my two main guys here, they're grouped. Oh, Floof needs to have his, line's cleaned up a little. Although I'm gonna bring his booty in a little bit more maybe. Shave down that booty a little bit. And I'm gonna have snowflakes. I'm gonna have them probably blurred, and they're gonna be kind of just coming down. They're also gonna have the snow flowers here. And so maybe the floof is pointing at those. And I have to remember how I drew snow flowers. I also have to remember how snowdrifts kind of, because if I remember right, the snow kind of catches and then there are little undulations. And then I've got those little scalloped edges maybe. I talked to my parents, and I think they were looking at 25 degrees, and I think they were set to get some snow. It was chilly over Thanksgiving. And it kind of dropped here too, which was nice. I enjoyed that. I made soup yesterday, and that turned out really good. I did a restock because I kind of went through everything that I got last year from the Anderson House Farms. They have these soup kits that you combine these dried ingredients and spices with fresh. So you've got, you know, you've got your broth, and then like for the potato soup, you'll add some chopped potatoes, boil those, and then you dump the rest of everything in, and you've got your and I also added some bacon to mine. So you dump that in, and then it cooks for usually the longest one. Actually, I think maybe they changed their directions a little bit because it didn't take quite as long, only about an hour for me to do the potato soup this time. Because I started a little after 5 and it was done by like 6:10-ish, I think. But I, you know, give a lot of that credit to my Dutch oven because that thing, I swear, I mean, I can put it on medium and it heats things up to boiling super quick. And this one, you bring it up to boil for the potatoes and then reduce it down. And I was like on 1 or 2, and 1 is low, super low. And it was still, it wasn't a simmer, it was a boil. My brain is, hey Chris, love you too. Stream is going good. I'm working on a winter info panel. So I was gonna take some inspiration from this. It's an old sketch. My brain is already ready for spring. After Thanksgiving, we got freezing drizzle. Ooh, and a little snow. Slow walking to work. I bet you don't want to take a tumble. Definitely not. Oh, what did you do? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, Sharon. Oh no! Did you ban Sharon? What happened? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Let me see. Let me see. Are you okay? Can you speak? Maybe I should try adding you as a mod. Maybe that will reset it. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Welcome back, Sharon. Oh no. All right. Didn't see anything. All right, there we go. I want to put like little drift lines here, but this is bugging me. I think I need to maybe redraw this a little bit, but I'm going to have a big flower right here, so is it going to matter? No. Maybe I should just start drawing the flowers. Let's just do that. So in this, it looks like I wasn't really doing anything special with these guys. It looks like that type of petal. Doolittle mounting elsewhere. The act I accidentally poked something. Struggle was real. Trying to think. I had a wrong button misadventure recently. I'm trying to remember. It was something. It wasn't something on my stories I was doing on Instagram. Although yesterday when I was trying to, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. When I, wait, no, yes, this is Tuesday. It was Monday. So yes, it was yesterday. I was posting a story, and usually it would disappear, the link button, when I put it up there. And I tried remaking it several times. It had something maybe to do with the video base I was using, because then I tried it with a picture and it went up fine. It was functional and it stayed, but it's almost like the button was being layered underneath the video. And I had done video the day previous. Actually, in fact, I think using the same video I was using on Monday for the story post, and it worked fine. So there was some glitchy thing going on. This throw is Sherpa. Oh, nice. That looks comfy as heck. Wow. My cheese can IG, indeed. Crumpets. Lucky. Did you get some good jam though? That's the important question. Is the jam jamming? Oh, my flowers are jamming. Oh, flowers. Usually it takes me a little time to get back into flowers. Let's make your middle part a little bit bigger because it seems like it's a little off balance right now. Buttery one, still some jam in the fridge though. Nice. Nice. Thinking I might have soup for lunch because I have leftover soup and it was super good soup. Alright, so this inner bit is smaller. It's not really showing outside of my petals, so I think I might just do a little here and there. Of course, nothing's saying that. Oh, by the way, I dragged this in. This is 700 something, $7.99 I think. Daily $7.99. Let me see if it's still up here. I didn't think it was that old, but I was like, whoa. It's a little bit, where was it? 7 something. Let's go over here. Where'd you go? There she is, $7.79. I get kind of intimidated when I look back at my old dailies because what I lacked in skill, which was quite a lot in comparison to now, I had very deep in ideas, and I can just see it, like all of these different almost whimsical, you know, studies on the, I gotta get to that, studies in movies, different scenes, a fully drawn out kitchen here. The ideas were flowing. And that was something that I really started to struggle with towards the end of the dailies back in September. And I'm really grateful for this break, but I'm going to start up drawing probably maybe every other day. And then I was thinking I'd do a post, like a carousel post at the end of the week or so. But maybe progress along the way. But yeah, I look back at these, I'm just going through and I'm like, where did all of these ideas come from? I mean, it's just, they're everywhere. And I remember some of them, but some of them Some of them I do not remember at all. All right, let's close that down. To be fair, when you were here, we had crumpets and onions too. We did. Crumpets were good. Crumpets were excellent. Should I keep I'll keep my flowers in a group. I was surprised how much I like that, because they're not quite like an English muffin. They're more dense, and I liked that. I like that quite a bit. This is going to be a big flower, so I'm going to need to balance things, I think. No, English muffins. I should do this sometime. I do like a little slice of ham. I get that in the pan, and then I have this little thing. It's like a silicone mold that I put the egg in, and do I flip it? I break the yolk. I let it go for a little bit, then I break the yolk and kind of wiggle it around a bit. It's not fully scrambled at all, but it's just got kind of like those globs of yolk, and then I think I flipped that once. But it still has a bit of the runny egg to it, and then I ham that cheese on an English muffin that I toast. It's good. Definitely a weekend treat. I like these itty bitty little leaflets here. I started watching Stranger Things, got the first episode down. Of season, whatever it is, 5. What irritated me about 4 was, I mean, in some, well, no, I think that started in season 3, because at some point they split all of the characters apart and had all of these different plots going with a bunch of different groups all over the place. And that kind of, I don't know, I think it probably irritates me because I really hate that when books do that. I don't like it when they kind of devote a chapter to one character set, then leave you on a cliffhanger, and then switch over to another character, and then you're like, okay, fine, I'll read this, and then you get invested in that plot line, and then they drop it to go back to the other plot line. Yeah, I don't like that. But I felt like they were doing that. I think it was in season 3. I think definitely a bit in season 4, because they had Hopper over in Russia somehow. I think all but one day. One day was maple syrup flavored pancakes. Yes, those were good. Those were good. Probably liked crumpets far too much. They were so good. Alright, so I've got these guys. I've got 6 petals. Did I keep... Nah, I got 7 petals on this one. So this guy's a mutant. That's alright. I'll let him be a mutant. Do I want to draw little bitty bits in here? Bitty bitty bits. I think that looks nice. It breaks it up a little bit to make it less clean. All right, so now I need some smaller, maybe some buds that aren't quite open, so maybe I can do something like that and have these little petals. But I need to go on top. This needs to be something like that. And then I can bring that down. I do probably need to have the stems. That's a really wonky stem. I feel like the stem would be something more like that and not even showing. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's have this one maybe curling down, like we're looking down on him still, but the stem is kind of wrapping around itself. So it's going kind of like a tree would maybe. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. I need to make him smaller though. I got a couple orders over the weekend for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I got those packed up and I'm going to drop them after stream. Oops. I also got in the new mug, and I want to do a, it's a 15 ounce versus the 11 ounces, which are kind of like this, and the other one's just a bit taller. So I can't port over all my designs to the 15 ounce. I have to rearrange them a little bit and redesign for that size. So I'm excited to put those on the shop, but I was wanting to test because I looked at them and I was like, I don't quite like how these look. But once I had a sample, it was really quite a nice add to the collection. And I like this little guy who's kind of facing off, and I'm going to keep those upper bits and this bit. You have ounce stereo measurements. Let me see. It's okay, hold on. Okay. So this is 15 ounce mug would be 443 milliliters. And then the other ones that are 11 ounces are 325. Oh, interesting. For approximate result, multiply the volume value by 29.75. So basically multiply by 30. We round up. Yeah, pretty much. And, well, let me just go get it. I want to go get it. I'll show it. Hold on just a second. Let me just go grab it and I'll show the difference. Because I have a Christmas mug in the 11 and the 15. Let me BRB. All right, so this is the new 15, and this is the smaller 11. And actually, in terms of this, they're about the same. It's just this one is a little taller. He's also, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, they stack fine, but not really that good because, let's see, yeah, there's that little bit of a curve there. So it doesn't stack as nicely as these do, but kind of, there we go. And then, because porting this design over, I was able to make it bigger and skew it up a little bit, and then I moved the logo down here and have that there. But I want to do several others and I have the full color options too. And so I'm going to do several others, but I'll have to make the designs taller because I want to take advantage of all of this extra space. Yeah. But yeah, so that guy came in. He took a while to get though, so I wonder if, I don't know, maybe I can't imagine why these wouldn't be as popular as these. I feel like these, when I order them from Printful, they ship almost overnight. This guy took a little bit longer, and I ordered them, I think in the same, no, it was a different order. But regardless, those orders were placed maybe 30 minutes apart because I had to edit this. But yeah, that was really cool, and I'm super excited about that. 140. Hey, YouTube did that to you yesterday. You were like 2 pixels, and then, but it was during, I think, one of those, I think it was like when you were running Crystal Caves, and all of this stuff was going on in the background. Oh yeah, and the white version of this design in the t-shirt, I was pleased with it. It's kind of similar to this, and I know you probably can't see it, but the snow sparkles, they show up very subtly. And it's the same on that vintage white, I guess is what it was. It's just like almost an eggshell color. It's not ivory, it's not that far approaching yellow. It's kind of somewhere between white and ivory. But it looks like an old t-shirt that you've had in your closet forever, and it's so comfy. I was really pleased with how that turned out. I wasn't disappointed with, you know, seeing that the snow disappears. It really actually worked quite well. 2 pixels and my nose. No. But I forced YouTube to go to like 1080 and it fixed it. Whoops. All right, let me get this over here. Oh, I need to redo this guy. He's a little bit messy. This one's fine. And let me just get this, because I think it's going to be hidden behind this petal, and then I need to figure out this mess at the stem, because that's not quite what I want, and I am thinking that I'll just bring it back like it's kind of tipped, like the others are here, and this one's kind of tilted like this maybe. This is, there we go. Maybe let's have the, so maybe these two guys will be behind here. And this is, well, he has to be smaller. I need to mark these. That looks weird, but that's okay. Just bear with me a second here. So at the angle this is going, I know I have to have that. Maybe something like that, and I'll block. I feel like when I block things with leaves, it's my plant version of hiding hands in pockets. I'm not upset with this because he's supposed to be a down angle, and if he's in snow, okay, so we have to offset. There we go. So they're growing out of snow. Oh, did I do it? Did I do it? No, it's looking silly, but I can almost fix it. Maybe. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. So if I do that, I gotta do that. Now let's deal with this kind of budded one still. He's still... That's not how I want. Okay, top. I'm gonna have to redraw this again. All right, we're gonna draw this like a beach ball, I think. So we've got a beach ball. The lines come out like this. And a flower is different because the petals kind of overlap. So I'm gonna need to do something like that. That kind of, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and erase this because I think I can get away. trying to get these pieces of the puzzle here, because I've got the enclosing leaves that are going to fold out, and they're going to end up being these small while the petals kind of go like that. And I could figure out the distance question, because I want to make it feel like these flowers are really high above them. Ooh, that looks good. Love white chocolate chip cookies. All right. So to thank you. I think I can make this happen. If I start subtracting some lines. Don't need the circle anymore. That's simplifying things. I don't need this. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's snow. Okay, so now I need to tame these petals. And let's group this and then drop it down. That'll be my first one. And then this is almost feeling like a mum. Is it a mum? Those are long, thin petals, but they overlap like that. Put a dark center because the light can't reach there, and then we're going to draw down these leaves, because that's how I remember what's supposed to be green and what's supposed to be whatever other color I pick. How am I going to draw a leaf looking down into the leaf, like along the stem? I really woke up today and chose violence on the drawing front. I really did. I said, you know what? This is going to be painful, but you're going to draw it anyway. I think I can get rid of my extra. And this sort of looks like a bud that you are looking at from above. And I think what I'm going to do here to reinforce that is make him a little smaller and maybe tuck him behind partially. Well, I drew all of that. I don't want to make him invisible. Let's just tuck him behind two of those. All right, and now let's see, what else do we want to do? I'm just going to put some random, maybe there are some other flowers here that are smaller. They're going to create this edge. I did want to have one up here, but if this is a pathway they're on, maybe I'll do... This is a rough guesstimate of what I want to do. I kind of want to have some, like one of the... Why am I doing this to myself? I don't want to have them all in the same position like these guys. Okay, so let's draw the cone of shame. That'll help. There we go, cone of shame. That the way? That'll point to this. So I'll just have that one over the edge. Never thought I would hear cone of shame with a flower. That's how I think of it, though. You you simplify the shape down and you point it, you know, like if you've got the cone is, if the flowers, you know, you're straight down, you basically see the middle like that, but if it's tilted off to the side, you see a little bit. If it's down, you'll see that. See that maybe a little bit. It's kind of like using ice cream for trees. Ariana, hello! Welcome to the stream. I am on the flower struggle bus right now, but we're almost done. I want a flower to be like the petal is, ooh, that's pretty. Okay, almost. So how is, okay, I need to draw more of you. How is this petal going to look? Like that? And this is going to be totally off the canvas, but and this petal is coming out towards you. Welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Two, three. Okay, so this is two, but I've kind of... Now that looks ridiculous. Okay. No, that looks ridiculous. Maybe, well, not all of it is being seen, so maybe it can look a little ridiculous. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. No, I think you should be that way. Okay, just all of this is not even going to be seen. Don't worry about it. All right, you're going to be behind this guy. This looks odd. So it turns out I didn't need all that much snow at all. I just didn't need it. Because all of these guys are blocking my snow. Alright, let's jump out and I shall get these lines of snow that are no longer needed. Try to remember what's what here. I drew all the snow and I needed none of it. I'm going to make this guy a little smaller. I'm going to break that line. Give the look of a little more distance. A little bit here. And that is a whole line of snow that I did not need. Give him a little bit there. And a little bit there. Oh, and I've got these little dots. I think this can go elsewhere. So these are going to be snow flowers. I'm going to have the strongest lines on the bottom because light is going to shine off the top of the snow, which will make the line very thin if it's there at all. And then I'll have snow and maybe some petals. Definitely want to group the snow and use my snow colors. That section will be easy. This section is going to be difficult. You know what? It's not going to be difficult because this entire thing is... Alright, work smarter, not harder. Boop, boop, boop. Now I have all my snow. And I can group it. And I can also see what I forgot to erase. Alright. Yes. Okay, Do I want to erase those little edgy petals? I kinda do. But I worked so hard on this little bud that I almost want to move him up like that. Good fit. He can stay. He doesn't need to be erased. However, the snow must make room. My little snow bud. And then let's do some, whoops, let's do just some lines in the road. Make it look like we've got I may, actually no, I think I like that. Alright. Let's save, since I have not saved in ages. I'm almost out of my, so this is a new one that I tried. This is the limoncello. It tastes like a lemon dreamsicle. It's got like a vanilla, a very smooth. I thought it was going to be tart and kind of unpleasant, but it was wildly opposite that. Because I got a flat of these. They were on sale at Costco, and for like the price of half of them in the HEB, and half of the flat was these, and I was like, well, they must be really popular if they're giving half the flat over to this one flavor. And I figured out why. That was a correct assumption. Alright, so this is going to be around the colors that I'm choosing. They're going to be the winter blossoms, snow flowers. I'm gonna have this snow, however, in my, unless I change my mind, I'm thinking I will do different line art colors for Momo and the floof, of course, and the ground, which are going to be warmer. Everything else is going to be cooler and wintry, snowy. The flowers, I'm thinking I will opt for my darkest deep blue over here, in which case I might as well just color pick it. And so we're over here with that, and let's go ahead and color pick a few more. And we'll see if I can't kick this up a little bit. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but I want to keep that color. Although I do like that, but I can just pick and draw. For Pete's sake. So, gosh, I love how this over here, it looks kind of like my shirt, almost like mauve, however you pronounce it. But you bring it next to these guys, and it's much more red, like it is in here. It reads red, it doesn't read purple. That fun color theory going on here. So let's see, let's bring you up a little bit in saturation. Let's bring you down a bit in brightness. And let's take this guy again, and I'm going to push you closer to yellow. I'm going to bring you up in brightness. We're going to bring you up real bright. Let's see if that is actually even going to work. Oh, look at that. I like that. That'll be the white of her little ruffle on her, of her cape. Not going to be much, but I also might make it the color of her paws. And if I'm looking at this just plainly not next to anything else. It's pretty close to the color of her fur. So I'm gonna have to edit. Let's just get stock Momo fur color. Really? Come on. Yeah, look at that, it's so close. I'm gonna need to make another one. That's probably not. Let's bring you up a little bit, keeping you warm but pushing you a bit more. Let's see how that will work for paw color. That's a bit better, and that might work for floofs too. But all of this together, this is playing right. I mean, look, I've got those right here. I've got that reddish and I've got that maroonish. I've got some of those, definitely have those colors right here. Let me add that to my little dock over here so I have it. And I'm just curious to how close I eyeballed it. I know this is going to be a little bit more pink, yeah. Let me... Oh, what did I do? Stop. I got pretty... well... that close, but I got close. That's definitely more on the brownie side than that. But I definitely want to keep her cape in there. Alright, well, let's just see how this is going to work. Because I'm going to have... I'm struggling with how to balance these colors because this whole area is dirt and it's on the warmer side, and I've got all of this which is cooler with the snow and the flowers, but it's not a 70-30 split. This is more like 50-50, especially going in through here. Roll with it. Let's just go. We shall figure it out along the way. See, that even doesn't look like I changed much, but that is the, you can see it right here. All right, and my traditional snow color is that, but I don't think that's going to work in this situation. I'm going to take this and see if I can get any, maybe here. Bring this guy up here. Let's just walk down this road a little bit. I want to still play in the area. Maybe here. All right, now let's take Momo and the floof. Do I do it like that? A little bit light. This is the standard color I use for their line art. I'm going to group this ground detail and I'm going to give it this. So it's a little bit more distant from them, feels like. All right, let me go ahead and get in here, add some shadows. And this is going to be, I really think I should just block this in, that tiny little detail. And since I'm casting this way, so her shadow is going this way. And so that means all of this is going to be most likely, maybe just not the edge of her paw. I'm gonna see how that looks. And then of course this, which is gonna be under the cape. Maybe this. I don't know if I did that right. I don't think I did that right. Alright, forward we're gonna have her eye spots. She's looking right at you. Do this in sections. I usually blend her body fur object together, but I think I'm going to keep them separate. And now let's grab, I'm going to do that for the, which is pretty close to her paw color anyway. It's a little bit different. And now red cape. Red cape. That's the red cape for now. I may switch. This isn't quite red, but things are going to look different. Definitely. You know what? Let's look at this guy and see if, ooh, there we go. I shall take that. That's more like a coral. And that's alarming coral, considering everything else we've got on this canvas, but we're going to roll with it for a minute, and if I have to change it, I can. Alright. Now let's address the floof in the room. Give him a cute pink tongue. And the floof fur color is too much pure white, but I call it a little bit more eggshell because it is on the warmer tone, just a touch. All right. And it kind of looks like his cheek is like in Beetlejuice. What was it? Which was the one that did the, like, did they both pull their mouths out? Because one of them had like this long snoot and the other had like the huge jaws and the hand through the head. I'm mixing them up. I feel like this is kind of like that. I might have to redraw it or draw the belly of the floof over the arm. But let's address these flowers. Kind of thinking going a little funky on these colors. Bring this down here. I have an idea. Okay, let me get this part done and then I will do my idea. Make sure everything is nice and balanced. I have no shading. I need to address that issue. And this is supposed to be snow colored, but as this guy is in on the, there we go, up forward. Thank you. You need to be down a little bit more, and you need to be down a little bit. There we go. All right, I need to do the shading still, but I'm going to complete this task first. Just to make sure I have all of my bits of color in here. And I don't want to forget about my idea. I think my idea is going to be fun. I'm going to go ahead and do this, because this is like a shaded area on the interior. No. Alright, scratch that. Let's just do... that. my idea. Let's try it out on this guy first. So I was thinking, since this is going to be the main petal color, even though that is not main, yeah, it is the main petal, sort of. I know how I went about this. I went crazy with the overlay tool. So I think I had discovered it, or was in the process of discovering it. So I'm gonna try. I was thinking it would be cool to have the tips of these blossoms be that really splashy highlight color. In conjunction with this, I think that could look nice. Subtle little bit. And then I can come in here and give this look. Nope, wrong color. There. Give these guys a little something extra. And I still am not sure, because I don't believe I showed the top of these snow flowers. Oops. I don't think I showed. It was just from underneath. Yeah, I didn't tip any of the petals. I didn't tip any of the heads towards the camera, so it is up to me, whatever that's going to look like. I know I've done other illustrations with snowflowers. I don't recall the color palettes. So if I'm gonna roll with that idea, I was thinking maybe, let's just see. I could always come through with a highlight later. And since I was quite enamored with the overlay tool in the original, I should probably give that a nod in this somewhere. Oh, Tupsy's got his treats on the way. Good. I've been wanting to do a couple of Procreate illustrations. I do like those replays. Those replays are so much fun. And now I'm getting more simple with the endings on these flowers. Probably looks better, but oop. Oop. Here I could have just done that this whole time instead of what I did, which was probably a lot less successful. We'll see. Now what I need to do, I've got to figure out this. So for now, let's just grab a color that I know is in, let's do this. It's gonna look weird, I'm sure. But I want to do the petals, and yeah, that looks weird. Maybe. No. Well. It's contrasty. I feel like I need something like one of these on top though. I need like to give this some, okay, just no, don't do that. I need to give this some, and then let's grab this. And let's just put that on top. Kind of looks like a meatloaf. I don't know. It looks like a meatloaf. Yeah, I'm not digging it. It's too meatloafy. Yeah, it's definitely meatloafy. Less meatloafy. Let's leave it alone for a minute, and let's try making the flower. That's so meatloafy. Oh. It looked. What's the meatloaf character in that one cartoon show? The other character's like a aqua something, and one of the characters is a cup. Is like a to-go cup of soda. Team Aqua Hunger Force something. Reminds me of that character. Meatloaf. Alright, let's see how this looks. All right. These colors are not gonna work. I think actually it would work better if I let's try a gradient here. Let's go for gradient land. Let's go gradient. Oh, I need to move these. No, I could get away with it because the let me just add this, and then I'm gonna add this. All right, now we skate. won't allow me to redraw it. Bring that out just a smidgy smidge. I don't like that. No. Nope. Maybe. Nope. This is supposed to be a snowflower. So would a snowflower, what would a snowflower, what would the coloring on a snowflower be if I were a snowflower? Oh, that's nice. Kind of nice. That's kind of snowflowery. I don't know if I'm digging it though. I need a little more shadowing, I think, on this guy. Seriously? I didn't even ask for that menu to pop up. Here we are. Dee, hello! Oh my goodness. I have live chat on and all of a sudden like a ton of chat just popped up. I don't know why YouTube is being the way it is. That was such a weird joke. Yes, it was. See, now I'm seeing your chat. YouTube, please. What are you doing? Babbling, just, you know. YouTube was not letting me see what you were saying. Okay, I need to remember this is going to be the whole picture. I did take these colors from a nighttime drawing. I have to translate that over to daytime and I have to balance it so they still look like the right type of flowers. I love this little guy right here. So I want to continue this idea, but I got to make these guys work. And I think this can work, but I've got to not do that. Let's do that. If everything's going to change when the background goes in, that's going to be a cool white. Then I'm going to have to bring more sunshine, possibly more contrast. We'll see. We shall see. And I think I'm going to make this guy, I'm not going to give him the gradient, I'm just going to do the darker color for this one. The darker color for this one. Because I don't want him to compete with these other guys. I just want him chilling here in the background. He says, I'm part of the clique, but I'm like not distracting from my friends over here. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, we're getting there, maybe. Maybe. I was talking about, you know, holiday Christmas movies, ones that, you know, I watch around Thanksgiving-ish and on. I totally forgot about While You Were Sleeping. That is definitely on the list. I haven't watched it in ages. It used to be one of the ones, one of the first ones to watch in the season. I've already watched, what was the other one? I did You've Got Mail, but that's like fall. That's like the fall intro movie. Oh, there's another one. Ooh, I've got that center point is going to be down there a little bit. Oh, that looks so nice. That looks so pretty. Yep. And let's offset this one here too. I almost want to do this, not a radial, but a linear, and just have it like, yeah. Sometimes radial is appropriate, and sometimes linear is appropriate. And in this case, this is going to be a linear, because I only see the tippy tops of these petals. And I'm going to just, you know, kind of, there we go. Go. Now let's see, I'm going to drop the snow colors into the snow layer underneath. And we'll see how this all plays together. Hopefully it will play nice. Oh, I need to save. Let's save. Because I'm going to have some nice little snow flaky effects, some sparklies. Ah, there we go. That's the one I need. Give me this. It's a little bit cooler, sorry. Cooler. Fix the edges of those in a minute. I'm thinking I'll gradient this too, because the snow is gonna be like, this is all shadowy area underneath these guys. So I need a good shadow color. Maybe I need to just take this out and go into this and in the back. There we go. Let's bring this over here, 30%. Remember, the sun is coming from this direction. So we're gonna try and no. Oh, how interesting. Oh. So this is 30% of the darkest color, but it's like equal to this. So I guess, yeah, interesting. I'm not going to be able to do this like this because I need to see these flowers. I need to draw the shadows under the flowers. The flowers need a lot of shadow because they're very big. So why don't I just gradient this? And let's go from here to here. My. Oh. And I think I've just given up putting this in the right layer object. I think I'm just gonna let it fly. Oh, there we go, little touch there. And then I'm gonna come in, I think, on these bits of snow. No. No, I don't want text. It's not Lorem Ipsum snow. It is regular snow. I'm gonna have to adjust these colors. All right. Now we choose the ground color. And I'm not sure that I want to go for a warm dirt color because Momo will disappear. So do I go for a... That gray is kind of sad, but it's... Yeah, it's sad. I don't know if I like that. It's not sunshiny. I need to balance this. Oh man, was I really doing it? I was. Darn it. All right. Oh, I forgot the snow. I forgot the other bits of snow. Send it to the bottom. Let's find the bits of snow that I left behind. There we go. There's the bits of snow that I left behind. Alright, and we're going to do those in the back, and we're going to send this to the back, and there's our snow again. And we're going to make this snow. And we're going to make this that. And now the struggle begins because I don't like how... Oh, that's pretty! That's brighter, that's pretty. Kind of... Okay, alright. I kind of want to do... Oh... I want to do bits of that pink. But maybe we'll not do that. But that kind of looks cute. I don't know. Now this floof's arm is bothering me. Floof. We must help you. We shall take your arm away just a little bit. We're going to give you some belly. Oops. Because we're looking down, and I think he looks like weird. So I'm going to draw on top. We're gonna give this floof a little belly. Yes! Oh my gosh. That looks so much better. Alright. He doesn't have like a weird cheek thing. He actually has a paw and belly. What if? Because it's a lot easier to do a gradient than it is to do the blur and all of those special things. And I do want to save some of that for all of the snow effects. So what if I did this as a gradient? Could be super cute. So let's change this. Let's gradient. Let's change, I think this is what I was on. Bring a little bit of warmth in it. And then I could possibly okay. Gradient. Nope. Oh, but maybe. Go the other way. So if sun is coming from this direction, because that means their shadows are going the opposite direction. But then what does that mean for my flowers? And what does that mean for my snow? Will my snow have a little glimmer of pink to it? And then could I edge facing the light, perhaps? That is that one. I feel like I'm going to be dinking around with these colors yet again, but I'll need to let it sit for a bit. Oh, I forgot to fill in some snow. This is supposed to be snow too. This is supposed to be that. And this is supposed to be filled with that. And this is supposed to be sparkling with that. Yeah. Let's make this 60%. And let's try and make this area here make a little more sense than it does. So there's all of this. No. I'm just trying to think about what is going to be hit by a lot of, the light is coming from this direction over here, then these are curled up, but this over here probably will have some. I need to push some of this into shadow is what I need to do. I need to really stop painting with spit, as they say. There we go. Now we're getting there. We're getting somewhere now. Go ahead and leave that little edgy. Okay. Struggling with these colors. I like these colors, but I'm struggling balancing all of this. So do I want to I'm thinking this is another one that I'm gonna have to let sit for a minute. Although that's kind of coming together. Maybe. Select same fill color. Here we go. And there you go. Let's make you a little bluish, greenish. So that's maybe. Yep. I kind of feel like this needs to be really, really dark. Again, like really almost that line art color dark, but that's not quite what. I'm definitely gonna have to mess around with this one and let it sit for a bit. So if I come up here and let's just do, except let's close the circle. And blur. This is gonna really make the file heavy, but I kinda don't mind. Stop. I am not sure about this. Trying to figure out this color. Yo, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Sort of, but not really. But let's back it down. Let's see if I can balance things out a little bit. And I don't feel like that is doing the trick, especially with that yellow. That's just really not playing nice with everything. That kind of is. That's kind of playing nice. But again, I almost... Well, let me see if I can't put in some snow. Sparkling everywhere. Definitely on their whiskers. Oh, whoops. Hold on just a second. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so let's just finish this up. As much as I'm going to finish it right now, I'm going to let it sit for a bit because I'm not quite sure. And I think I do want a couple of big blur zones, like here. Why? What is this? Oh, I'm not drawing behind. Why is this empty? Oh, because I'm just... So let's do the blur. Except let's maybe make it like snow is blowing. No, let's make them floaty. Make it floaty. All right. Oh, Luke needs some snow caught in his whiskers. Maybe one more for Will. And then adjust that a little bit. Oh, glad you like it, Sharon. I'm almost there. I think these are gonna have to be a little bit, probably I'll have to move it. And I think there needs to be something under Mo. I think her footers kind of need to be over here too. And then I can just join these two. There we go. Feels like she's floating, and she shouldn't be floating. She needs to be standing on the ground. I think it's almost there, but I just have to... I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, I think, because I'm not 100% certain. That's a little bit more saturated and it's looking better. I mean, I like how it looks on this monitor, but this monitor is different, and I feel like what actually prints is closer to what I see here, but I have to adjust because I don't know. Definitely seems a little more saturated, but I like it. And that's not good. That's not good. That's definitely not good. That's not good. That makes everything ghastly yellow. So all right. And this is, whoa, yeah, I'm gonna need to edit that because it's disappearing my call to action. Come here, little snow speck. A little lighter snow speck there. All right, so that's it for now. I'm gonna let this sit and I'm gonna think on it for a little bit. I'm not quite certain that, and really the I may just end up changing the, I don't like that though. I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's gonna sit for a little bit. I may mess around with their line art color. But this is the basics of what the new info panel is gonna be. Hey Aiden, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to think about it. Oh heck, let me just go in here and look at it. All right, Mo, let's take your line art and let's make you match the snow. Or no, let's give you this. Really? Oh heck, no. There. Yep, I think that was it. I think that was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was what was bugging me. Seems like it works a lot better with this. Maybe. I don't know. No, shoot, now I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna do it this way. We're gonna do it this way. We're gonna get out of this group. I'm gonna hide that. And I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna duplicate it. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna make this version the same line art color version. And I'm gonna look at it that way and see if I can't. Oops, nope. Okay, that worked. If I can't make a decision after that. All right, 2 versions. This one and this one. This one has that little bit more warmth here. Okay, I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna let it sit. I'm gonna not look at it for at least an hour. Yes, yes, that is the decision. And this is the other one we'll be replacing. All right, and I can close this. No, I don't want to save changes. All right. That's it. We're gonna hide this. I'm gonna zoom in here, right there. All right. So that'll be it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry Coconut bailed, but we did have Adventure Floof here with us today, and he had his leaf. Hopefully Coconut will be with us on Thursday. I will try to bribe her to stay with toys. She may or may not, but I tried and she was like, nope, it's a sunbeam day, sorry. So I think that'll, yeah, let me go over the ending screen here. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Ariana. Glad you like it, Sharon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, too. Thank you so much again for joining me. I always enjoy your company and chat, even if YouTube doesn't show me the chat. Eventually it does. But yeah, thank you, Ariana, Sharon, D, Aiden, Chris, any of my lurkers. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.